The origin of sin. This is very important and seemingly elusive. Sin began in the Garden of Eden in heaven. Ezekiel 28 verse 13 to 19. Thou hast been in Eden, the garden of God. Every precious stone was thy covering, the sardius, topaz, and the diamond, the beryl, the onyx, and the jasper, the sapphire, the emerald, and the carbuncle, and gold. The workmanship of thy tabrets and of thy pipes was prepared in the day thou was created. Thou art the anointed cherub that covereth, and I have set thee so. Thou was upon the holy mountain of God, thou hast walked up and down in the midst of the stones of fire. Thou was perfect in thy ways from the day that thou was created, till iniquity was found in thee. By the multitude of thy merchandise they have filled the midst of thee with violence, and thou hast sinned, therefore I will cast thee as profane out of the mountain of God, and I will destroy thee, O covering cherub, from the midst of the stones of fire. Thine heart was lifted up because of thy beauty. Thou hast corrupted thy wisdom by reason of thy brightness. I will cast thee to the ground. I will lay thee before kings, that they may behold thee. Thou hast defiled thy sanctuaries by the multitude of thine iniquities. By the iniquity of thy traffic therefore will I bring forth a fire from the midst of thee. It shall devour thee, and I will bring thee to ashes upon the earth in the sight of all them that behold thee. All they that know thee among the people shall be astonished at thee. Thou shalt be a terror, and never shalt thou be any more. All they that know thee among the people shall be astonished at thee. Thou shalt be a terror, and never shalt thou be any more. The above description has a dual interpretation, but yet it is one specifically. It was a lamentation about the king of Tyre. Ezekiel 28 verse 12. Son of man, take up a lamentation upon the king of Tyrus, and say unto him, Thus saith the Lord God, thou sealest up the sum, full of wisdom, and perfect in beauty. From ancient historical times, the devil has not ceased to have the sons of the devil among sons of men. From the rise of the first human government to represent Lucifer until now, the earth has continued to give place to the devil's royals. The devil's first human kingdom was Babylon, and the first king was Nimrod. In like manner, the devil's last king on earth will be the Antichrist. King Ethbal belongs to the devil's royal bloodline, hence his daughter, Jezebel, was the incarnate of Semiramis on earth, an incarnate of a powerful fallen angel. The throne of the king of Tyre was the physical throne of Lucifer. Baal was the fertility god worshipped by Phoenicia, along with several evil practices of rituals like prostitution, sex worship, and infant sacrifice. Jezebel was a proud worshipper of her ancestors' god, and she promoted idolatry in Israel as the wife of King Ahab. Going further in history, Tyre was the daughter of Zidon but rapidly gained greatness above all the cities of Phoenicia. Tyre became the seat of great wealth and influence. In the days of King David, there was a great alliance between the dynasty of King David and Hiram, king of Tyre. This alliance was extended to Solomon's era, and Tyre was a great source of resource for Solomon's construction projects. 2 Samuel chapter 5 verse 11. And Hiram king of Tyre sent messengers to David, and cedar trees, and carpenters, and masons, and they built David an house. 1 King chapter 5 verse 1. And Hiram king of Tyre sent his servants unto Solomon, for he had heard that they had anointed him king in the room of his father, for Hiram was ever a lover of David. 1 King chapter 5 verse 6, 11 and 18. Now therefore command thou that they hew me cedar trees out of Lebanon, and my servants shall be with thy servants. And unto thee will I give hire for thy servants according to all that thou shalt appoint. For thou knowest that there is not among us any that can skill to hew timber like unto the Sidonians. So Hiram gave Solomon cedar trees and fir trees according to all his desire. And Solomon gave Hiram 20,000 measures of wheat for food to his household, and 20 measures of pure oil. Thus gave Solomon to Hiram year by year. And Solomon's builders and Hiram's builders did hew them, and the stone squarers. So they prepared timber and stones to build the house. Cross-reference 2 Chronicle chapter 2 verse 3, chapter 9 verse 10. Tyrians were wealthy people, proud and lived in great prosperity. With wealth and influence comes power. The voice of lamentation has used a similar description of the wealth of the kingdom of Tyre to refer to Lucifer. The reason for this was the significant connection between one of the kings of Tyre with satanic worship. Spiritually, the king of Tyrus was the devil himself, while the prince would be the king's deputy or simply the Antichrist. Compare verse 2 and 12. Sin: it is still the same devil behind the throne. He could manifest in different people. The devil and his prince are therefore cursed in this chapter of Ezekiel. The Antichrist, who is the prince, adopts the DNA of his master, Lucifer. Concentrating on verse 12 downwards, we see the description of Lucifer crystallizing out but kept in a mortal vessel of the king of Tyrus. Satan had direct influence over the rulers of Tyre, hence the king of Tyre had this identity with Satan. Read about Ithobulus II for